Helping Hand OKC. Today here on Helping Hand OKC, I'm going to show you a few things that you can pick up at your local hardware store to help keep your pipes from freezing. It's getting ready to get into the cold months here within the next month and a half here in Oklahoma City. And some of the things that you can do to try to help protect the coldness from your pipes is to cover them. And the first thing I'm going to show you here is I have a couple of hard faucet covers. They're two different types. They both do the same thing. One is kind of like styrofoam, and the other one is styrofoam with a hard shell. They're exactly the same thing. And this one's about $3.50. This one's about like $4.50. And the way you install this is that inside it has a ring. You see that ring there? And you put that over your faucet. Outside, you put it over your faucet, this little piece, and hook it to your faucet like so. As you hook it like that on the end of your faucet, and then you just pull this little deal on the back string, pull it like so, and pull this little stopper down, and it'll pull it tight, and it'll stay on. That's how you install these. Be sure to put these on both of your faucets outdoors. That will help. Second thing that you can do to kind of help keep your pipes from freezing, you can actually purchase a water pipe heat cable. This is a heat cable, and they come in various lengths. You can get them in 3 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 12, 24 foot. They're very efficient. They work really good. You can get those. And this is what it looks like. It's like a cable, like so, with the outlet. And you want to make sure, wherever you purchase, make sure you have this warning label on it. It has to have this label on here. If you see one without it, not on it, don't buy it. They're all regulated. It's not just made up. Anyway, the way you install this, say for instance, you got a pipe, or PVC, or PEX, or aluminum. You just take it and you want to place this. This is your sensor on here. This is your sensor on the bottom here. You want to take this, you want to place it on, say this is your pipe. You want to place it on the pipe itself like so, with the sensors underneath it. You just place it like that. And then you want to get your electric tape. You can use electric tape, or you can get the aluminum electric tape. And you want to tape on both sides of it. And I'll show you what that looks like. You just take your tape. You just want to tape on both sides. You want to make sure it's really good and secure on. Real tight right here. This is the main purpose. So what that sensor does, it detects how cold the water is in this pipe. So you want to make sure this side over here is taped really good on both sides. Tape it up really good and tight. You want to make it really good and tight here. Okay. Good. Now can you see that? How that little sensor that's inside there, it's flat on that pipe. So when the water flows through, it's going to sense how cold the water is, and it'll come on, automatic. And then once you get that on, then go ahead and tape this I would go every 5 inches, 6 inches, maybe 10 inches or whatever. You want to tape this down, this cable. And you want to make sure that this cable is running flat. You want it to stay flat like the sensor is. You don't want to wrap it or anything. You want to keep it flat on top like that. And then you just come out a little bit more, tape a little more, like so. Tape a little more, break it all. You get the gist of it. You want to have it flat all the way down, and just keep going until you have it all used up. Instead, if you had a bend or a curve, you would just take this curve and just put a curve in it and come around down the pipe. But you want to tape it. You want to tape it here. You want to tape it here again. And when you come on this side, you want to tape it here on down and then keep on going. Tape it here, like that. That's how you install it. And once you get it installed, you want to, before you actually decide to use it, you want to see if you got a GFCI location where you want to plug it in at, because this has to be plugged into a GFCI outlet. And for those who don't know what a GFCI plug looks like, this is a GFCI. It's the plug that's got that little button that you push. You're like, what's that button for? Or you see, most of the time it's in your bathroom or in your kitchen. And that's a reset button. That's a very important button. And how that works is that, like, if it's, say for instance, you're in with a dryer, or there's a spike in your electricity in your bathroom or something, or you got a hair dryer and you drop the hair dryer in the water, it'll automatically kill that circuit. It is that sensitive, like milliseconds. It'll kill the circuit so you don't electrocute yourself. But you want to make sure you're plugged into that wherever you're putting your pipe heat cord at. Now, if you have a plug there, that the location, you want to see whether it's if it's a GFCI rated, you want to get your tester here. And it's got the GFCI circuit. And the way this works is that you put it in, it don't have to be a GFCI. You want to check and see if it is. And you just push this button once you get it plugged in, and it should pop. You should lose all power at that outlet. If you lose all power at that particular outlet, that means you got a GFCI in the circuit somewhere. It may be in a bathroom, it may be in a laundry room. So that tells me that particular plug is tied into a GFCI. So if that's the case, then you don't need to put a GFCI in that location because it's tied in one already. But if you just want to put one there, you have to make sure you're plugged into a GFCI. And I think they got portable ones. They got GFCI cords and stuff that you can use to the cord would pop. Would do the same thing as this. This run roughly about $18. You can get all styles, and it's rated for 15 amps, 25 volts. It's very important to have. When you do open up your water pipe heater, it comes with a little tag, and it says it on here, GFCI requirements. And if you see on this tag, it's got a circle and an X through the one that you're not supposed to plug into. But then it says use a GFCI. As long as you plug into the GFCI, you're safe. And if you're using a cord, a stitching cord, make sure it has the rating on the stitching cord that you're using. Make sure it's got a ground. This is what this third wire is. It's a ground. Make sure it's grounded. And make sure it has the tag on it. You can use the stitching cord with this, but make sure you plug it into a GFCI. And then what happens if you plug it into a GFCI and its cord gets hot, it'll pop that circuit. Keep from burning down stuff. So it's a lot of safety things that's going on here. Say for instance, or like this particular heat cord here, it has a built-in sensor. That's what that little deal on the end. And what that does, when it reaches 38 degrees, it would automatic come on. And then once it reaches 45 degrees, it is shut off. So 38 degrees below, it's on. You don't have to go and plug it in and plug it out. You just plug it in. It's got a light indicator in the plug. So when this is plugged up, you should see a light glow in there. That lets you know that it's on. So there's no guessing. If you do plug it in and you don't see the light indicator on, first thing I would either check your breaker, check the plug, make sure you got power, plug in something else. And if you got something else that come on and this still don't work, then maybe take this back and get another one. But most of the time they always work. But it's got a light built into the plug, and it'll let you know that it's on. It'll be a light. But even though this light's on, doesn't mean that the sensor doesn't mean it's not heating up, because it only want to come on once it reaches below 38 degrees. Then it automatically come on, and then this cord will heat up, and that keeps your water from freezing. in this particular pipe. Now, mind you, when you get everything installed, you have the option to, you want to insulate it. You can get this donkey insulation, the pipe insulation. You get your local hardware store. You can get it. This piece was like $4. They got the kind where you got self-sticking. You got to wrap it with tape. You can just put it in there and just pull this tape off, and it'll stick all the way closed. They got the kind that you have to slice with a knife. They put it on and tape it yourself. You can get this very inexpensive. But what I would do after I got it all, and you just feed it in here all the way, and then tape it off like that. Then you're done. That's the end of that project. You don't have to worry about unplugging it and plugging it back up. It'll sense everything and it'll do everything itself. Just make sure that you read your instructions on them. This particular brand is a pretty good brand. It's a Faucet King. They do pretty good. I've never seen one that fail. You know what I mean? I've been around these for a long time. They do pretty good. Just make sure you read your manual, what to do and what not to do, how to do it. It'll tell you everything about it. Do those things, and I think you can be able to save your pipes, because winter is coming, and I'll hate for you to get pipes never say, hey, I'm getting ready to bust. You know what I mean? A lot of times they say, hey, which line do I need to drip? Do I need to drip on hot, or do I need to drip to cold? And there's a big controversy on which one. So I say drip them both. Just turn them on just a little bit, let them ooze out, because a lot of times the hot ends up freezing before the cold do. And you're just like, well, why is that? And I think it has something to do with the heat of the water, the escape of the gases that's in the water, the breakdown of the, it's a long theory. They got a theory, what is it called? But anyway, so just to keep those, just turn them both on and let them drizzle. Have the water just moving really slow, just a drip. But if you have this particular deal on, you should be fine. Make sure you just cover all your outlets around your home, and then you should get through this winter. Because we can get down to some 10 degrees and 2 degrees for like several days. So anything over 38 to 42 degrees, everything will start thawing out. So hopefully this will save you some time, save you a little money. No one wants to have to pay to have their plumbing to come out in the middle of winter, because he's going to charge you double. So do these small things first, and you may be able to save you some money. Oh, and also, you can't pick up none now, but get ready to look out for rock salt. You want to go ahead and get all these things in hand. Get you some rock salt, have it in your garage, put it in a little bucket. So when the snow do come, put it down in your driveway, put it in your sidewalk to keep you from falling, and then also to melt the ice. And you don't have to pour gobs of it down. Just sprinkle it like you seasoning your chicken or something. Just sprinkle it really light. It does pretty good, and it'll melt that ice away. So all these little things, get all your flashlights charged and your batteries charged and your food and all that particular stuff. Just some of the things that we have to do and stay prepared, because the weather is getting ready to change. Well, that's the end of this particular video. I thank you for all subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me at Helping Hand OKC. That's at Helping Hand OKC. You also, I just thank you guys for supporting me as well. If you leave a comment, if you have a video you might want to see, or you want to try to figure out something, leave a comment. I'll see can I figure it out, or I know someone have done it, and maybe I can get you some information about it. Thank you for all your support. Over and out.